put on. Just a minute.
One thought, one question. It's very poetic in general.
Of course.
Is it normal? Is it the feature of all Adi Shankaracharya's works, or very specifically this one is more poetic than the rest?
There are quite a few poetic works. His works are there, no doubt. This is poetic as well as philosophical, that where it makes a bit complicated. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyama Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Dear devotees, we have started Dakshinamurthi Stotram from the previous week. So this is the second class. So if you remember the first class, we tried to know or discuss about the Dakshinamurti Stotra as an introduction. So the word Dakshinamurti has got two meanings. Dakshina Murtihi means the deity who is facing south direction. Means he is the person who has conquered the death himself, and by worshipping him, by following his teachings, we can also conquer the death by following Vedanta. The other is Dakshina Amurtihi. Here Dakshina means it from some Daksha, skilled person. Amurtihi. Amurtihi means he cannot be described, or it is a formless person. So he's so skillful, he's so expert in this creation of this world, but at the same time, he is there everywhere, but we can't see him because he is indescribable or he is formless. So first Dakshinamurti refers to Brahmavidya Guru, Adi Guru for Brahmavidya. The second Dakshina Amurti refers to Nirakara, Nirguna, Parabrahma. These two things we saw, and we have got 10 slokas, 10 verses, and 10 verses. What it says, overall meaning, we did try to know. And actually the scholars opine that it is only 8 verses has been composed by Adi Shankaracharya. The last 2 verses has been added by some other Shankaracharya or scholars. Because the pontiff of this traditional mutts like Shrungeri or any Shankar mutts, the pontiffs are also called Shankaracharya. That's why you use Adi Shankaracharya. So some Shankaracharya has added the last 2 verses. That's what the scholars opine in here. Now, if you see here, it is the PhD work on the Upanishads. What do I mean by that? Means it is the essence of the Upanishads. So whoever knows Upanishads, you'll be able to follow them, you'll be able to understand and appreciate in complete way. So the author has taken for granted that you have well introduced to Vedantic terms, Advaita Vedantic terms, and Advaita Vedantic thinking, and is just mentioning in a brief manner or in the capsule form. It is like this text is meant for recapitulation. You have studied the entire book, you have made your own points, you have made your own notes in the condensed form. And when you are going through the condensed form or notes, you'll be able to recall or you'll be able to understand the entire book, entire subject, content of the book. So the Upanishads, the major Upanishads, which are 10 Upanishads, whatever has been discussed has been given in the nutshell in this. So we have not studied all the Upanishads, or whoever is attending this this class, only we studied Mundaka Upanishad, then can we attend or not? Yes, if you have attended Tattvabodha and Aparokshanubhuti, 1 or 2 Prakarana Granthas, then little Bhagavad Gita or 1 or 2 Upanishads if you read, and if you are well acquainted with the philosophy and the philosophical outlook, definitely you can go through this text. Now, so this Dakshinamurti Stotram is called Upanishad Sara Stotram. It is the essence of the Upanishads. Okay. Now, just I will read the sloka, or I will chant the sloka, then I will go into the meaning. Explaining into deeply. I will not go running meaning or word to word meaning. Vishwam Darpana Drushya Mana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam Pashyannatmani Mayaya Bahiro Bahihi Evodbhutam Yatha Nidraya Yes Sakshat Kurute Prabodha Samaye Svatmana Mevadvayam Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. The fourth line repeats for the entire 8 verses. Now he is telling Namaidam Shri Namaskara. Namaste. Whom? To Dakshinamurti. Dakshinamurtaye. To Dakshinamurti, my salutations, my namaskars, my pranams. What is this Namaha represents? So this Namaha here actually representing two things, two concepts. One is this Namaha itself shows that it is a Stotram. So when it is a Stotram, then what happens in a traditional families in India, they chant every day. Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra, they chant. Lalita Sahasranama Stotra, they chant. Chandi or Durga Saptashati, they chant. So Dakshinamurti also has been, they regularly, people, they do chant. It is a part of chanting. Why? Because it has got a Stotram value. And here Namaidam Dakshinamurtaye, this Namaskar also represents, it has got the teaching value. Why? My salutations to the Dakshinamurti, who is a guru. Why? Because I am offering my salutations because he is going to teach the entire Advaita Vedanta in the essence form. And also if you see deeply, Namaha means Namaskar, Namaste, we all know that. That Namaha, when you split it, the word, it is Na Mama. Not I, but thou. The humbleness, the humility has been preached in the just two words. That is the beauty of Sanskrit and our Indian wisdom. Not I, but thou means this pseudo ego, unripened ego, I, which is referred to our body and mind, which is referred to our actions, which is referred to our achievements. Because of that, our egos are blotted. Because of that, I am in ignorance. I am in bondage. I am bound soul. Though I am free soul, as a soul, as a self, I am a free, but I am feeling that I am bounded. Why? Because of this unripened ego. So by being humble, I can reduce this ego, means I can reduce the ignorance, I can destroy the ignorance. So this Nama has got such a significance value. So when God's grace is ever flowing, why am I not able to get it? Because I have not become fit, because of my ego. When I become the fittest instrument in the God's hands, God can do wonders. Mukam karoti vachalam, pangum langhayate girim, yatkrupatamaham vande, paramananda madhavam. O Madhava, O Krishna, when your grace falls upon people, then what happens? Even a blind person can see things, or a dumb person can give a wonderful talk, and even the lame person or the physically handicapped person can even climb the Mount Everest because of the divine grace. So, Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurtaye. My salutations to that Guru who is in the form of Dakshinamurti. So, my salutations to Dakshinamurti. Why? Because he's Adi Guru who has taught Vedanta. And not only that, now I am worshipping my Guru, my salutations to my Guru in the form of Dakshinamurti. Because I am not able to see Dakshinamurti now, at present, the Dakshinamurti's teachings, the Vedantic teachings has been given by my Guru, whoever is being taught. So my salutations to him, my saluting him, my conveying my salutations to him, I am conveying salutations to Dakshinamurti. Okay. Now, I will be going to philosophy now. So this is the fourth line, which what do you say? It occurs at every verse. So then I will not explain here. I will not explain there and all. You know the overall meaning of this. Now, nowadays I hear that more than films, more than cinema or films, serials have taken the upper hand. So every channel is giving a lot of serials. Serials are coming in serial way, and people are obsessed with the serials. Sometimes we hear news which is unfortunate, disturbing news. Because of the serials, people are disturbed, people are carried over, and there are fights because of the serials, and there can be, relationship. There's a breakage in relationships or in the family and all. Why? Because husband didn't allow wife to see the serial, divorce. Husband divorced wife. Why? Because she's busy in watching the serial and she's not cooking me. She's not looking after me or the children. That's the one side. The other is we are all enjoying. We are all carried over. We are getting moved away. Why? Because it's a great temptation. It is a part of sense gratification. It is a great temptation and it is a great diversion. We all know that. But just keeping that aside, when we move ourselves little behind, and if you analyze in the serial, there may be a problem with the hero or heroine, or hero with father and mother, or heroine with father and mother, or father-in-law, or friends, or even the villain, whatever say, just like any cinema. Now, if you come out little away and you start objectively, if you start analyzing the serial, you understand that that is a real, that is not real. The moment when you understand it is just a reel, not the real, which we all know that, but still we forget while watching the serial and we get carried over. Oh, my dear hero or heroine, he or she is suffering so much. I start crying. I start getting emotionally moved. But when you understand that there's a reel, in spite of that, you can watch the serial, then the effect on your mind, effect on your body, effect on your emotions will be lessened. Now there is no change in serial actually, but your approach towards the serial has changed. What is that? The notion of reality has come down. The moment the notion of reality comes down, your reaction comes down. Now immediately, some of you might get the question, Swamjay, and we understand, yes, you are right. The cinema or the films or the serials are reals. They are not real. Fine, we can understand. But what about our life? In many times, there are similar circumstances, similar situations in our life. We have been tormented by wicked people. We have been disturbed by neighbors, our father and mother, our parents, our children, or some boss, colleague, XYZ. So we have been disturbed. That is real. It is not real. Then how to handle this? So is Vedanta or Dakshinamurthi Stotra is going to help us anything if you ask? Yes. Now when I say that the film or the serial is a real, yes, we all understand. The Vedanta is saying even the so-called reality which we see, this mundane life, it is also a nothing but the real. It is also a sort of real only. Actually, it is not real. How can you say, Swami? Because we are all working, we are all struggling, we are experiencing good and bad, right and wrong, happiness and sorrow, all these things. How can you say that? Or how can your Vedanta can say that it is not real and it is real? Then the Vedanta says, okay, you are saying you are experiencing what? Experiencing all the dual experiences. If you list out bad and good, right and wrong, happiness and sorrow, profit and loss. Yes, these are all bound to come, bound to go, which is a part of world, no doubt, mundane world. But all of them belong to your body and mind, not yourself. Then who am I? You are Sachidananda Brahmosmi or Aham Brahmasmi. I am that Brahman. I am neither the body, nor the mind, nor the thoughts, nor the emotions, and I am the eternal self. So when you are the self, then where is the profit? Where is the loss? Where is the happiness? Where is the sorrow? Where is the hunger? Where is the thirsty? And where is the eating sumptuous meal or delicious meal and enjoying? All these things are belong to your body and mind. Because of the misidentification of yourself with the body and mind, you are suffering, you are struggling, and it appears that it is real for you, my dear. So start thinking what all these things are. So take the witness mode. So by these all things you understand by this time, hearing Mundaka Upanishad classes or Drupdrishya Viveka, Tattva Bodha and etc. I will give one more. Then should I not think about profit or loss? I'm a businessman or I'm a company, I'm running a company. So because Vedanta says that it is not real, should I not bother? No, definitely you have to take care of it. We have to take care of it, never mind. But know it, what is real? The reality is what? The only self, and I am that self. And all these things are pertaining to this mundane world or the body and mind. Then what happens? You will be seeing the world and the situations and including your body and mind as an instrument. Then the attachment reduces. As a result, suffering reduces, reactions reduces. I give this example often. Probably you might remember that when we were small, for a doll, myself and my sister or brother, we quarreled. When we grow up, similar situations happening with our children, kith and kin, or some other children, when we see that, we laugh. Now, there is no change in the doll or the toy. There is no change in the worth of it. But my notion of reality or my giving value to that has been changed. At least, comparatively, we know that what is the worth of the toy. Because of that, that means what? The notion of reality has been lessened in the toy. That's where I don't care, I don't get moved away. Even if the toy is broken, even I miss the toy, I am not really perturbed, I'm not disturbed. Now, as a grown-up person, but when I'm a child, I would have carried, cried, I would have broken my heart because I lost my toy. Why? What is the difference here? Intellectually, we have grown, etc. But if you see, the notion of reality has been shifted from the toy to bicycle, or to the vehicle, or to something else, or to the money, or to the name and fame, or something. So Vedanta is asking us to shift this notion of reality from the world or the body and mind to the self, which is true in its nature. So by studying Vedanta, it is orienting us to shift our notion of reality. So one more example I will give and go further. For example, ornaments. When you go to the ornaments, when you go to the ornament shop, you first and foremost, generally, we are carried over by shapes. We are carried over by colors. Oh, it's a beautiful design, new design. Okay, I purchased it. And someone purchased a old design because he or she liked it. Now you start commenting that, oh, that is an old design, old-fashioned lad, old-fashioned lady. She doesn't understand anything. She doesn't have a good sense. Oh, it's old. Okay. And I am much, updated, and I've got a good sense of aesthetics and all. I have purchased the golden ornament, brand new, and with a beautiful design, very attractive design or whatnot. Yes, fine. After 3 or 6 months, unfortunately, there was a problem, some financial glitches in both of you. So both of you went to the goldsmith shop to sell it. Then you said, sir, mine is a new one. It is a brand new design. There's a unique design which you don't get it. So you should give me the good price. He laughs at us, or he laughs at you, and he waits and says, okay, it is 30,000. Then your friend got that old-fashioned, old-designed golden ornament, and she gives. And he welcomes, he receives it, and he waits, and he says, oh, yours is 50,000. Then you took aback. What? It's a new one, new design, etc., etc. And you are giving only 30 for me, 30K, and you are giving for that old-fashioned ones, you are giving 50K. How it is? He says, oh, my dear, the designs, good, bad, old, new, all these things fine. I only see how much gold it has got. So he is looking only into the content, and we are carried over by name and form or the shape and etc. Now, either there is no change in the gold or in the golden ornament, but our look, our attitude, our perception has been changed. For him, the gold alone is real. The others are matters, no doubt, but gold is more real for him. But for us, shapes are more real. Probably we are obsessed with the name and form. We are obsessed with the shapes. That's what it happens. Same thing with the wooden furniture. When I say wooden furniture is good and bad, by seeing the shape or by seeing the quality of the wood, I am seeing. But a biologist says, oh, it is from which tree, what shape, and what is the wood, and how old it is, etc., etc. He sees in a different way. Are you still speaking, oh, the atoms has been closely, very neatly connected or neatly placed? That's why it is looking like a wood or wooden furniture. So biologist or an atomist and we, the same wooden furniture, we see in a different way. Now, the question puts Vedanta, then what is real? Is you as a lay person, your understanding of wood or wooden furniture, is it true? The biologist's view of the wooden furniture is true, or the atomist's view of wooden furniture is true. What is that? You have to understand now. For that, the Vedanta tells, my dear, we all perceive the world. We all experience the world, no doubt, but we don't perceive, we don't experience the world as it is. What? It is a very daring statement Vedanta is making. It's a very daring statement, no doubt, but it is in fact true. In Jnana Yoga, Swami Vivekananda beautifully discusses all these things. Then what Vedanta is telling here, the Brahman is seen in the spectacles called time and space causation. That is what the world. Our Brahman plus mind and sense organs is what the world actually. I will give again simple example. Now you are able to see me because I have put on my video on and you are able to see me. Now suddenly there is a flashlight has been put and the flashlight is very intense and you will not be able to see my face. Okay. But still I'm talking and you are able to listen to my voice and you are able to understand the Dakshinamurthi class, no doubt, but you are not able to see me properly because of the high powerful beam light or high powerful flashlight. Does that mean that I don't exist here? I exist. You all know that, but because of the high quality light or a very high intensity light, you are not able to see me. That means our eye can perceive only particular wavelength that is told around 380 to 400 to 700 nanometer. That is the frequency length by which our human eye can perceive generally. If it is lesser than that, not. It is more than that, we cannot perceive. So whatever we see, everything we see only through this naked eyes, no doubt. It is beautiful. It is a phenomenal, no doubt. It can do a lot of things. Our sense organs of knowledge, no doubt. It gives the knowledge of the world. It is so true. And also equally true is it gives the limited knowledge or the distorted image of the world or of the object. I will give one more example. For example, you are able to see the space in front of me. Yes, there's a space, no doubt. But suddenly you got some power, special power, by which you can see electromagnetic radiation, X-rays, gamma rays, 3G, 4G and all. Then what happens? In between you and the computer or the mobile you are watching, there was an empty space. And when you got that power, you are seeing that everything is filled with vibrations or a 3G wave or 4G wave, 5G wave or X-ray or alpha or UV radiation, whatever you say. Now I'm seeing the world or the distance between you and your mobile or the computer was empty. It is empty space you felt, but because of the external power or because of the extra power, you feel that even that space has been filled with rays or waves or energy particles or whatnot. So why I am not seeing that now is because my eye can perceive only particular frequency or wavelength. Similarly with ear, similarly with the nose, similarly with the skin. So all these five sense organs of knowledge and the mind is root cause for our knowledge. No doubt it is good, it is wonderful, but at the same time, it is giving the limited knowledge. Not only that, it is giving the distorted knowledge. Then how can you say that the world is true, Swamiji? Because we are experiencing it. That's where the biggest problem for many of us with the Vedanta. Brahman is real. Oh, okay, that's okay, no problem. Yes, we can understand. Yes, but the world is an appearance. Oh, come on, Swamiji. Because we listen to you, you can't talk anything and everything. Because we are experiencing it. I'm experiencing the Coca-Cola. I'm experiencing the like sweet or dessert, or I'm experiencing the masala dosa in the SLV corner. Or I'm experiencing the Rasagulla. How can you say that it is an appearance? When I say that you are enjoying the Rasagulla, how it is? It is so beautiful, so nice. So what is that nice? Oh, it is a sweet. It is a dessert sweet, so nice. Okay. The sweet, then can you explain Rasgulla? Yeah, Rasgulla is a cheese ball immersed in the, or soaked in the sugar syrup. Okay, then what is Rasgulla here? So then if I squeeze the sugar and remove the entire sugar and I give just cheese ball, is it okay? Is it tasty? May not. Or still, if I ask you, see from the energy point of view, or from it has got fructose or sucrose, or it is a carbohydrates, it is a sugar, it is a fat or limpic acid or something like that. So all of them put together, because our tongue has been constructed in a particular way, I am feeling that rasgulla is tasty. Now the same rasgulla, when I feed with the dog also may relinquish it, no doubt, but the experience of the rasgulla with the dog is something completely different. Now why it is different for the dog and me? Because both of them have got tongues, no doubt, but because of the inbuilt system. So the sense organs and the mind has got an inbuilt system. Because of that, we are perceiving the world in a particular fashion and we have taken it for granted. Now, the question may come, or question should come, otherwise myself I will put you this question in your minds. Okay, Swamiji, all these things fine, but you tell me now what I am going to get from this. My my bank balance will increase? No. My stress level will reduce? Yes. Then will I get my problems will reduce? Yes. How? When you understand the truth, then the notion of reality shifts from world to the self, then you don't react. That's what we can see in all the great lives, Vedantin's life, or in the great saints' life, prophets' life, all spiritual luminaries. They might have faced more struggles than us. They might have faced more challenges, more problems, but still they didn't get carried over. They were not stressed. They were not so reactive like us most of the time. And they were not depressed. Many times we go to depressions. They were not. Why? Because they knew what was the truth. So this is the greatness of the truth. And the same thing you can put into practice in one's life. For an example, you have got a severe headache. No, when I've got headache, I can keep on crying. Okay, I was lamenting or I was crying that I got I got headache. Suddenly I got a phone call that I got a promotion in my office. I have got a headache, no doubt. Immediately, I feel so happy. My mind switches over to that happiness. My headache is at the corner of the mind, but the suffering reduces. Till now, I said I have got severe headache. I will not talk with anyone. I will not work, etc. I was telling. Now I got severe headache, no doubt. But because I got such a beautiful, wonderful news, I start talking with people, messaging people, or phoning them, and I said, "Oh my dear, I got my promotion, etc." Now, the problem is there still even now, but I have switched over to the more bigger news, happiest news. So similarly, when I get a headache, when you start thinking that, okay, I've got headache, yes, no doubt. Who has got the headache? I have got the headache. What do you mean by I? I means the self has got headache, it cannot have. Then who has got this headache? Oh, this body has got headache. Okay, body has got headache, let it struggle with that or let it try to bear. And you are the self. Why do you care or why do you bother? When at the time when you can hold on to your witness, and if you can see your body and mind as objectively as in the witness mode, then what happens? The pain of the body, the pain of the headache might not reduce, but your suffering reduces, your reaction reduces. That we can very clearly understand. When someone is suffering, we give a beautiful philosophical lecture. We'll give them tidbits, we'll give them, oh, you do this, don't do this. We become a Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, or Swami Vivekananda to preach them. No, similar problem happens to us. Till yesterday, I was preaching for my friend what to do and what not to do. Similar problem is happening in my life today. Then even I know all these things, most of the time, my knowledge goes away. It gets blocked, or I am not able to put into practice. Then I may ask someone's advice, or I'm confused. Why? Because the objectivity has been lost, subjectivity has creeped in. Because of that, the problem has been intensified, suffering has been intensified because of the attachment to this body and mind. I have got a body and mind, but I am thinking I am the body and mind. We have a body and mind, no doubt, but we are not the body and mind. So once you understand, then what happens? The problem of suffering reduces. But having said all these things, the transactional reality is there, no doubt. Oh, because everything is Brahman, I cannot behave in as I feel. I cannot disrespect of my juniors or seniors and etc. No, all these things, transactional things, whatever is required, we have to follow that. But the notion of reality has to shift from body and mind and the world to the self. What happens there? So you travel from what to so what. So the notion of reality shifts from world or the body and mind to the self or the God. That's what Advaita Vedanta is asking us to do, or Advaita Vedanta is asking us to, is helping to shift our mindset or direction. Okay. Now, when the second one is now this world or universe. The universe is experienced by sense organs and by my mind, which we all know that. Okay. So what is the perception of the world so-called? Now, if you remember my earlier conversation, Brahman or Atman plus my mind plus sense organs. Okay. Now, that's what our experience is in the Jagrata Avastha. Now I am seeing you. For an example, if someone puts your video on, I will be seeing you. Now I'm seeing someone and I've got my own image, my own understanding. But in reality, there are Brahman plus mind and sense organs. Okay, or object, including object also. So what? Now, your body is active, your sense organs are active, your mind is active, and there is an object also. Okay. Now, what happens in the dream state? Your body is at rest, your sense organs are dormant or inactive, and there is no perception of the external world actually. Whether it is there or not, you do not know because you are not perceiving. Your sense organs are inactive since, but your mind alone is active. So your mind is taking the form of the experienced, that is the object. Like for an example, I got ice cream for all of you. Beautiful butterscotch Baskin Robinson ice cream. I gave you, everyone is enjoying. Now there's an ice cream, object of experience. And you are their experiencer. And the act of eating and the experience is also there. Fine. Three things differently it is there. But you have got a dream of eating a Baskin Robinson butterscotch or vanilla or a chocolate or whatever, black Sunday, whatever you may say, enjoying in the dream. In the dream, really there is an object? No. Physically, object is not there. But your experience says, yes, it is there. So where did it get that object of object called ice cream? We all know that mind is imagining. That means mind has taken the form of object of experience. Then who is the experiencer there? The mind itself is the experiencer. And what is the action called experience? Even the mind only. So the mind has become the experiencer, experience, and the experienced, all the three things. And now we enjoying the ice cream. I understand mind has taken all these three forms, that is depending on my waking state experience. In the waking state experience, I desired for it, I experienced it as a result, as a reflection, as from the subconscious mind, the thought has been aroused. As a result, I am having the dream state of experience. Now you ate a lot of ice cream, and because of that, you developed cold. And you were sneezing and you got a running nose and all, and you started thinking, why did I eat ice cream in the dream? Then your alarm rang, you got up and you understand, oh my dear, it was mere dream. What happened to the cold? What happened to the sneezings? What happened to the, running nose? Oh, all of them got disappeared. Why? Because there is no reality, that was only in the dream. In the dream, mind has taken all the form, but it was not in real. We all understand this. Now, the Advaita Vedanta says, just like because of the waking state, whatever was there, that was you see in the waking dream state. And when you are experiencing the dream, how much ever I say, in dream also I come, Shantivratananda, you have got a dream saying that, oh my dear, you are experiencing the ice cream, that is the appearance, it is not real. Swami Shantivratananda came and giving the Vedantic talk in your dream also while eating the ice cream. you listen, you understand, you feel, yes, Swami, yes, but still ice cream is true. Let me please allow me to enjoy my ice cream. Then your sleep got broke. You wake up. Then no Swami Shantivratananda, no one else is required to understand that, to make you understand that the dream experience, the ice cream eating experience in dream was unreal. It was not real. Because you have come out from the dream experience and you are in the so-called waking state of experience. Now, even the so-called waking state of experience is also a long dream or big dream, like Swapnavata. That's what Advaita Vedanta is trying to tell us. Now, the problem is when we speak of dream experience, we understand that, yes, it is a dream, it is not real actually. Why? Because we have come out from the dream experience and we are in the waking state experience and we are able to understand, we are able to negate. Now, we are trying to negate the waking experience residing in the waking state. That's where we are unable to understand. We are unable to get convinced. Then how Advaita Vedanta is saying that? Advaita Vedantic teachers have experienced the Turiya Avastha. From that, they have experienced what is real and what is unreal. From then, when they come out, so-called waking state, they say that even the waking state is also a big dream. Why? Because they attained one more higher state called Turiya Avastha. From there, they were able to tell. Now you can understand. So here Atma, that is our real nature. And there is called Anatma. Anatma means here body, mind, and the world. So I, the self, have got the instruments, given instruments, that is body, mind, and self. I have got a body, I have got a mind, I have got the objects to work upon. But unfortunately, due to the ignorance, I have mixed up things. Though I have a body, I am thinking that I am body. I have a mind, but I am thinking that I am the mind. I have a cell phone, but I'm so much attached. Sometimes I behave that I as a cell phone. My phone got dropped and my screen guard went bad and I've got a problem. Today, recent survey says that the youngsters, even if they don't have food, they are able to sustain. If they don't have mobile, if they don't have internet, they are unable to stay. They are so much obsessed with the internet and mobile. Why? Tadhatmata, so much superimposition, so much thinking that I am the mobile. So here, Adi Shankaracharya, through this Dakshinamurthi Stotra, is doing the Atma Anatma Viveka, the discrimination between the self and the non-self, not self. So please don't think, oh, Swamiji is not prepared for class, looks like, that's why he's go on talking something. No, I've given the background for this present first sloka. So the Dakshinamurti Stotra is trying to give the Atmanatma Viveka, like Drudrishya Viveka, Panchakosha Viveka, Avastatra Viveka, all that based on that what? Atmanatma Viveka. Discrimination between Atman, the self, the consciousness, and the Anatma, that is the world and body and mind, which is made up of water. So what is the relationship between Atma and Anatma has been discussed in the first sloka of this Dakshinamurti Stotra. The relationship between Atma and Anatma, self and the non-self. What is the relationship? Atma Anatma Sambandha. The consciousness and the matter. The life and inert. Experiencer and experienced. So what is the relationship between them has been explained here. Now if you see, Drushyamana Nagari, in the first line itself, you can see that in the first line of the verse, Vishwam Darpana Drushyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam. So, to explain that Atma Anatma Viveka, Atma Anatma Sambandha, the relationship between Atma and Anatma, the Shankaracharya has taken two examples. One is Darpana Drushtanta, the other is Swapna Drushtanta. Drushtanta means example, Darpana means mirror, Swapna means dream. That means there are two examples he has taken to prove or to explain the relationship between the body and self, or body, mind and self, or the world and self. What is the two examples? One is mirror example, the other is dream example. Now, though these things are not told directly in the sloka, Keeping the Upanishadic teachings in the mind, I'll be giving the 4 features. Based on that, we will do the discrimination, which is more logical and mathematical also can be. Now, features we will take. Now, there was a huge mirror. If you go to hotel or you go to some malls, there was a huge mirror, life-size mirror. And in the life-size mirror, you are able to see the shop, or you are able to see the street, and including you. Now you forget about the street or the mall or whatever the object, but you see, you concentrate yourself now with the mirror and the reflected object. Keeping that in the mind, now we will discuss about it. So in the mirror example I have taken, now you have entered a shop, a mall you have entered, there's a huge mirror. In that mirror, there's a reflection of that shop actually. A shop or the road or whatever, including you. So forget about the object. You only concentrate on the mirror and the reflection or reflected object. So you bracket your thinking or imagining now. Okay. Now, you are experiencing the reflection of the mall in the mirror. Yes. So what is the base for your experience of that experience of the reflection? If you ask, we all know that the mirror is the base. That is called adhisthana. Adhisthana is the base where you experience. So adhisthana is what? The mirror. Okay. So and adhisthana means base or support also. Okay. And you are experiencing the reflecting object of a mall or a shop or a street or including your body, never mind. Now, suddenly there was a patch of cloud or it became evening dark or there's a power cut. There is a mirror, but you are not able to experience the reflection. Why? Because there is no light, there is a dark. Because of that, you are not able to experience the reflection. Because you are not able to experience the reflection, do you mean that there is no mirror also? No. Mirror is there. Whether you experience the reflection or not, mirror is there. That means mirror has got independent existence. Whether the reflection is possible to see or not, whether a reflection happens or not, because of the external conditions, mirror exists. Mirror is independent of its existence of reflection or not. So, satya, asatyatva, this is the second feature. First is adhishtanatva, that is the support. The second is satyatva, the notion of the independent existence. Then the third is asangatva. Now, suddenly, someone there is a fire. There is a fire in that mall. Unfortunately, there's a fire accident, and that fire is also has been reflected in the mirror. But because there is a fire reflection in the mirror, do you think that the mirror gets burnt? No. Of course, when the fire comes near, it may break. That is different. But when at a distance it is happening, at a distance there is a fire burn, and the reflection is it is also reflected in the mirror. Because of that, is the mirror is getting burnt? No. So that means mirror has got asangatva, unaffected. Because someone poured water and the pouring water has been reflected in the mirror, mirror did become wet. Similarly, there was a fire and the reflection of the fire has been seen in the mirror, but mirror didn't get burnt because it is asangatva, unaffected. Okay. And when there is a reflection, when there is not reflection or whatever, it is all the time the mirror is same. So it has got advayatva, non-duality, or it is only one. Now the same example can come to the dream experience. Now we will take. So one is mirror example, the second is dream example. Most of you can understand, I believe. That's where I'm going a bit fast. Now the dream example. So the Baskin-Robinson example I took, and now you remember. Now, why in your dream, why you are able to experience the Baskin-Robinson ice cream eating? Because either you experienced or you might have seen somewhere and you had a desire. So based on your waking experience, based on our Jagrata Avastha Anubhava, or the experience in the waking state, that's because of that, your dream experience is also happening. Now here, what is the adhisthana? That means the waking state or the waker is the adhisthana, or the mind is the adhisthana, and the dream experience is what the reflected. Okay. Now in the dream experience, while eating ice cream, suddenly it fell on your body. Because of that, did happen anything to your mind or to your waker state? No, nothing. Then your dream got broke and you got up and you see that it was mere dream. Because of that, your mind or your waking experience or as a waker, did you get any disturbed? No, because your house, clothes have not been soiled. In dream, it got soiled, but in the waking state, in reality, it has not been. So it is independent existence. Satyatva again. Then when eating ice cream, because of eating too much, you got cold in the dream state. But when you wake up, you understand it is not so. Though again, asangatva, unaffected. And the fourth is advayatva. Oh, there you experience sometimes you are happy, sometimes you are unhappy, etc., etc. Or rather, you can say that you had a dream where you became a millionaire. You had a Benz car, you had a Tesla car, you went here and there, you had own jet, your own private jet, everything. Fine. You had experienced all these things. Then you got up. But before going to sleep, who were you? Now also same person, there is nothing. In Kannada, we know that Tirukanakanasu, there's a famous story, a beggar's dream. He became a king and he had a queen, a wonderful queen, and he had so many 7 children, and etc. etc. But when his dream broke, and same beggar he was, whatever he was, is same thing. So non-duality, no change. Now this dream example and the mirror example can be taken into the self and the world. So what is the adhisthana here? Adhisthana is about the self. Just like when we are experiencing something in the mirror, it is only restricted to the mirror similarly. So whatever you are experiencing the world, all your experiences pertaining to the world and its object is what in that anisthana called mirror called self. Only in that you are experiencing it. So the Vedanta says that the self is being perceived as the body and mind. The self has been perceived as these things and all. We will go into detail in the next class. So then Satyatva, because you were stout, you were became thin, you were happy, you were unhappy, you were neutral. There are so much changes in your feelings, in your emotions, in your thoughts and all. But in reality, did the self or the consciousness got disturbed or did it got changed? No, because it has got its independent existence. Then so many things has been changed because of some bad weather. You got your body suffering, your body suffering from the cold, fever, flu, whatever say. But is your self is suffering? No, because asangatva, it is unaffected. And there are so many things are changing, and but there's only one reality which is unchanged. That is what? Because I got fire accident and my leg broke, no doubt. But did it affect the self? No, because self is subject, it is never the object, it is advayatva. So I am the mirror, I am the mirror there, and the reflection is what? Nothing but the world. So the adhisthana alone is real, and the reflection is what? Based on the object. So I, the self alone is real, and this world and its objects, including body and mind, it is mere reflection. But instead of looking into the original thing or the substance, I am getting confused. I am getting carried over by the reflection. Just like I went and stood a particular mirror. That mirror, because has been prepared like that, the mirror, when I stand in front of the mirror, I am looking very bulky. Oh my God, I become bulky. I have to do diet from today onwards. No carbo, no fat, no sweets, no dessert, no ghee, because I have to do diet. Why? I've become so bulky. I didn't know that. Then afterwards, someone says that, oh my dear, you've not become bulky. No, no. What can you say? What you are saying? I'm seeing here. Then say, you come just little. It's a simple example. Every one of you know that. When I ask you to come little, go further. When you are away from the mirror, and when you are shown in a regular mirror, proper mirror, you will understand who are you. There is no bulkiness unnecessarily. But in that reflection, if you take it for granted, you will be carried over by that. So similarly, all this, just like that was a reflection, and there was, because of the distorted image, we got carried over, and the mind is giving a distorted image of the self, and we have been carried over. So this has been told in the first loka. This is the essence of the first loka of this given background. Next week, I will take into a little more details and we will try to go to the verse. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu. Yeah, any questions?
Swamiji, the 4 principles you mentioned, these are the standard principles to establish Satyatva. Then you said
Adhishtanatva,
Adhishtanatva. Then the other one, which is
Sangatva, Advayatva.
not duality, and I forgot the other one.
Yeah, Advayatva.
Yeah.
Yeah,
These are the
more or
4
less
sufficient principles for creating that parallel with the self. Is that the way it is?
yes, this has been taken here. I mean, more or less same thing, but I think sometimes there are different shades of meaning, or there can be Nityatva somewhere takes, Nityatva and Mityatva they take. In a different context, they may change, but more or less, yes, same thing has been discussed. Yes.
Maharaj,
Even if we analyze ourselves, our life, day-to-day experience, and etc., we'll be able to understand what is the real actual, what is the reality, and what is an appearance.
Maharaj,
Hmm?
in the second one, we are considering mind as the that adhisthana and everything. So is it
Yes.
that mind, or it is that self behind the mind again?
No,
Because
mind is adhisthana there. In the second example, mind is adhisthana.
Because in the dream, whatever I am experiencing, that is also experienced by the mind.
Yes. Experiencer, experience, and experienced. All the 3 things has been played. All these 3 roles has been taken by the mind only, actually, there.
So when I come back in the Jagrat state, then only I can think that whatever I have experienced there, that is not correct.
Yes, you are right.
So that mind in Jagrata state is that unperturbed thing, or the this means.
Yeah. So you have to think like this. Yes. For example, you had a dream. Okay. You in a dream, while eating ice cream, it fell on your body or it fell on your clothes, and your clothes got spoiled. Or rather, you got eating of too much ice cream, you got a cold. That was your dream experience. Then when your dream broke and you got up, then you see that you don't have really cold. That was only in the dream. It was an imagination.
So that the mind who got cold, the dream mind.
The dreamer has got a cold.
Dreamer. So dream mind. So here we are differentiating between the dreamer mind and the Jagrata mind, waking mind.
Yes.
But mind is one.
Yes. Yes. Now self is, there's only one thing only, no? That's what we come finally. There's only one called self only.
Means that means here also actually that is the self.
For that, first adhishtanatva have to be understood properly. Now, there is an object. Sorry, there's a mirror. In the mirror, there is an object is reflected, isn't it?
That mirror I got.
Okay.
Mirror.
Now, the same, the mirror in the waking state and the mirror in the mind is both are one and the same.
But Maharaj, without the
I'll finish our doubt and I'll come back to you, please. Did you understand, Chandrani? The adhishtanatva has to be understood first properly. Then you will be able to understand the satyatva actually. Here satyatva is only comparatively we are speaking. So that where you have to restrict the examples or the framework of the example to there only.
Maharaj, doubt on this.
Yes. Means, see, when we are talking about that mirror, so that mirror is not changed. So if there is no light, I cannot see the reflection. So there, so So our adhishtan is the mirror. Mirror is the adhishtan. There is no problem. And
Yes.
then if there is light, I can see the reflection. If there is no light, I cannot see the reflection. There is no change in the mirror.
Yes.
But here, when I come to that dream thing, we are considering that the mind is the adhishtan. So here we are differentiating between the Jagrata state mind and the dreamer mind.
Okay. Yes.
Otherwise, otherwise I am not getting the analogy. Means there,
Yeah.
but
So,
mind is actually one, no?
yes, you are right. You are right. So now, in the dream state, yes, you got a cold.
Yes.
Fine. That cold or eating ice cream, getting cold, everything is what? It is a part of the mind. And you are really feeling that you got cold. And you got worried actually. You means your mind. Okay. Then you got up, your dream broke, your sleep broke, you got up and you see that, oh my dear, there was no, cold at all. So here, though mind is common for both here, now for understanding sake, we can say the mind belongs to waking state, Jagrada Avastha. The mind belongs to Jagrada Avastha, the mind belongs to Swapna Avastha.
Yes.
The mind to Swapnavastha was thinking that it has been got affected by cold, it has got a problem and all. It was thinking, but in reality it was not true. And the Satyatva is whether it got cold or whether it got heat, whether it got some other problems, but the mind of the waking state, when you get up, you will understand that it was not true.
Yes.
So there only comparatively we have to take it.
So means here we are that true thing that whatever that is the Jagrata state mind. So that is
why I'm taking Jagrada Avastha, because whatever you get Swapna Avastha experience, it is always mostly it is based on Jagrada Avastha only, isn't it? And even the time, the notion of time, the notion of mind, the notion of everything that is available in the dream mind, it is only pertaining to dream mind only. It will not come to the Jagrada Avastha.
Yes. So we
The
are
notion of
actually
time, the notion
separating
of
out
body
the
and-
two mind.
Sorry?
We are actually separating the two minds.
Yes. For understanding sake, for
Yes,
analyzing sake,
yes.
we are separating it as a two minds. Then. Yes.
Thank you.
Maharaj, one doubt on these two mind states, the Jagrata Avastha mind and the Swapna Avastha mind. Now, the Advaitins, they say that even the Jagrata Avastha, for that matter, is an illusion.
Yes.
So
how to I mean, grasp these?
Yeah, that's where. See, that I will be going to that. These examples
Okay.
are given just now. Jagrada Avastha and Swapna Avastha, when you compare, Jagrada Avastha is more real and Swapna Avastha has got a appearance.
Right.
When we understand this, then afterwards we say, oh, so-called Jagrada Avastha is also like a dream life.
Yes.
Like Swapna Avastha, we come. I'm meant to come to that stage.
Sure, Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Maharaj, my turn.
Yeah.
Yes. Maharaj, I just want to ask, the mind is in the awareness or awareness in the mind? Because without the awareness, I cannot experience anything. Waking state, dream state, or Susupti stage. In the Turiya stage also, the awareness is there, the mind and all other things are all absent.
So you tell me now.
But you said, as Chandra told, that is the same doubt I had. Actually, I had the same question. How can you say the mind is the experiencer? Experiencer is the awareness. We are awareness, so we are experiencing, and you defined it as mind as the experiencer. So that becomes the.
Yes. So now, mind is in awareness or awareness is in mind? What is according to you?
As per me, the awareness is in the prime. So mind is in the awareness.
Yes, you are right. Right understanding. Mind is in the awareness only, no doubt. Now, then awareness should be there. Then why I am speaking mind there? Yes. So the awareness is constant either in the sushupti, deep sleep, or in the dream state, or in the waking state, or in the turiya avastha. That is a transcendental state, you can say. So all these four states, consciousness is common and it is available, all that we will be going next. Now at given point of time, between the waking state and the dream state, we have taken two examples and we are discussing. Afterwards, this analogy will be, afterwards, the next step will be, after denying that it's a dream like and a dream doesn't have any value or real validity, similarly then the same ideas will be taken and will be also, what do you say, saying that the so-called waking experience is also like a dream like, we'll be saying that. Then we'll say, then what is the reality? What is the satyatva? What is the adhishtanatva? What is the advayatva? That is the only I, that is consciousness. So step by step we go actually. So from known to unknown we'll go. From gross to subtle we'll be going. That's what we are. Step by step, I am building up the thought level or the thinking pattern in you, in your minds. Yes. Yeah.